Are you considering the implementation of Zero Trust Network Access or Zero Trust Access principles within your environment? Integrating your infrastructure with CloudConnexa can be a strategic step in that direction. ZTNA is a security framework that requires all users, whether inside or outside the organization's network, to be authenticated, authorized, and continuously validated for security configuration and posture before being granted or keeping access to applications, data, and other resources. Also, to add an additional layer of security and advance your journey toward comprehensive ZTNA, CloudConnexa enables you to secure access to the internet based on your specific terms. This means you can define and enforce policies that control how users and devices connect to the internet, ensuring that this access aligns with your organization's security standards and compliance requirements. So in this video, we're going to secure our internet access while connecting our CloudConnexa to DigitalOcean. As you can see, I'm logged into CloudConnexa admin user interface. So first, we need to connect CloudConnexa to DigitalOcean and then secure our internet access for a group of users that we have. So I'm going to expand networks and go to networks. Here, I'm going to add a network, and we are presented with three options: remote access, site-to-site, and secure internet access. We can select multiple or just one or two. But since we're talking about securing internet access, I'm going to select secure internet access here. So what that means is basically ensuring secure connectivity to public resources by utilizing this network as an internet gateway. This setup allows you to route all internet traffic or just specific traffic to selected public resources through this internet gateway. Then you can implement whitelisting rules, which means you can specify and allow only trusted public resources to be accessed by certain group or all group, enhancing the security of your network interactions. You're going to see that in a minute. So I'm going to choose secure internet access. I'm going to click on continue. Here we need to give a name to our network. So I'm just going to call it ISEC basically. And then description, if anything needed, we can add here. It's optional. Then we're going to name our connector. I'm just going to call it ISEC connector. Now the region, we need to choose the region closest to our connector. I'm in Los Angeles area, so I'm just going to choose Los Angeles. Now, if we need to add additional connectors, we can do that here, but we do not need to do so for the purpose of this video and this situation. Click on next. We can see our name here, our connector's name, the region. Now we need to deploy the connector. If I click on this drop down, we can see that we have option for public cloud providers such as AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud Platform. We have options for operating systems, Linux, Windows Server, Mac OS, virtual private servers, compatible router. We are securing our internet access using CloudConnexa and DigitalOcean. So I'm just going to choose DigitalOcean for the purpose of this video. And as you can see, I'm presented with two steps. First, we need to sign up for DigitalOcean. Just make a note here that you're going to get $100 credit if you sign up through this platform. Then we need to create a droplet, and we need to copy this script while we're creating this droplet. So we need to make a note here that this script can only be set when we're creating the droplet on our DigitalOcean platform. So what happened here, this connector will serve as an internet gateway, and this script basically, what it does, it turns on NAT, network address translation. So the traffic exiting the VPS acting as the internet gateway will get the public address as a source instead of the IP address provided to you by your ISP. You're going to see this in a few minutes while we're doing test after we're done configuring our connector. And then if you scroll down, you're going to see there is a short video of instructions here that how to deploy the droplet. So the first step is sign up on DigitalOcean. So if you click on this, it's going to open up another browser tab. And as you can see, you can sign up here I already have an account, so I'm just going to go ahead and log in. So once logged in, we go back to our CloudConnexa. And here, the second step is creating the droplet. We need to create the droplet with Ubuntu 20 or version 2.0. So I'm going to click on this link. That's basically is going to drop me into create droplets page on my DigitalOcean platform. First step, we're going to choose the region. Again, San Francisco is my region, so I'm going to choose this here. For the rest of these steps, I'm just going to choose the default, but please go through each step and choose the appropriate settings for your environment and what you need to do. Now, when it comes to authentication method, you can choose SSH key or password. If you have an existing SSH key, you can choose that, or you can create a new SSH key. For simplicity, I'm going to choose password here. So let me go ahead and type a password here. Now, keep in mind, this is again for simplicity, for the purpose of this demo. This is not what I recommend. You make the decision if you want to choose password or SSH key. If you scroll down, you can see advanced options. If you click on that, it's going to expand the menu. And the second option here is add in a script. So we can select this and we can paste the script from our CloudConnexa here. So I'm going to go back to CloudConnexa and copy this script and come back here and paste it here. And then we can scroll down to finalizing detail. We need to give a host name here. I'm just going to name it the same as my connector. So I say connector, and then there are no tags, and then we can click on create droplets. So creating droplet is going to take a minute, or a couple of minutes here. I'm just going to fast forward through the steps and come back when it's done. Okay, our droplet is created, and I said connector, it's here. So let's go ahead and head back to our CloudConnexa. So we're done with step 2, and I'm going to scroll down to the bottom of the page, and here we can click on next. And we can see that the connector is connected, and we get the green light. So click on next to continue. Now here, this is where we can configure our internet access. As you can see, we can choose all internet traffic or selected applications and IP services. Again, we want to secure our internet access, so we're going to choose all internet traffic. Now down here, we can choose selected groups if we want to just have 1 or 2 groups that they can have secure internet access, or everybody. If you want to do everybody, then we can choose all. But if you want to choose certain groups, we can just choose those groups. By doing this, basically what we do, we're going to turn off the split tunnel for these 2 groups. And then as far as the network, we can choose what networks we want to use, but I'm going to leave that blank. For the purpose of this video, because I want to make a point here in a second, I'm going to just choose accounting and HR. So basically anybody part of these 2 groups have a secure internet access, and their internet traffic is going to go through the CloudConnexa and DigitalOcean. So once we're done with this, we're going to click on next. This is where we can add applications. Basically, this is an easy way for users to access public or private resources by using domain names. Again, we are using this connector just for securing internet access, so I'm not going to add any applications here. I'm just going to click on next. Again, this page, we can define our IP routes or IP services if we need to. Since this is just for securing internet access, I'm going to bypass this. I'm going to leave it blank and click on next. Now we're getting to access groups. By default, full mesh access group is enabled. Basically, everybody has access to every resources on the network. Now, if you want to create different access groups, you can click on add access group, create different access groups or access policies for different groups, different resources. Keep in mind that if you do something like this, we need to change the topology from full mesh to custom. But again, we are using this network just for securing internet access, so I don't really need to do anything here at this point. So I'm just going to go ahead, click on finish. So our network is set. As you can see, the connection is online. The split tunnel is on, and I'm going to show you in a second that those two groups that we chose, they're going to have the split tunnel off. Internet gateway is on. So if you point your mouse to the question mark, it's going to tell you what that means. Basically, it tells you that it routes and allows to use of this network as an internet exit point. We didn't have any applications or IP services configured, and the connector is here. Before we test this, I want to show you one more thing. We can add another layer of security here by enabling Shield. Shield is basically, it's our domain filtering and traffic filtering. So let's go ahead and look at that. Click on Shield, and then you will be presented with Cyber Shield Wizard for the first time when you access this. The first step is enabling domain filtering. As you can see, you have 4 different protection levels that you can choose from. You choose one, and then once you're happy with your selection, click on Enable. You will be redirected to second step, which is enabling traffic filtering. And again, you have multiple protection levels that you can choose from. Choose the one that you would like, and then click on Enable. And now you have Cyber Shield enabled. Basically, you have a domain and traffic filtering enabled on your CloudConnexa. Now, let's go to Access and click on Internet. So as you can see, all groups, they have a split tunnel on, except the 2 groups that we chose during the configuration of that network. So HR and accounting, the split tunnel is off. So this way, all traffic, internet traffic for these 2 groups are going to go through the CloudConnexa and the internet gateway we chose, which was ISEC. Now, if you want to enable another group and create a secure internet access for those groups, we can click on Edit here, and we can change the split tunnel from on to off. Now, there is an explanation for each level of security here that you can take a quick look. Now, once if I turn off the split tunnel, then I can choose the internet gateway. I can leave all internet gateway or just ISEC. For this environment, we just have one, the one we just created. And then you can click on Update Internet Access. So this is how we can configure groups or add groups to this internet gateways or remove groups from this internet gateways. So it's time to test our configuration. So let's go to Users and let's look at groups. I'm going to click on Accounting. Accounting is one of the groups that we chose to have the split tunnel off. So all users that are part of this group, if they connect to CloudConnexa, all their internet traffic is going to go through CloudConnexa and DigitalOcean. So John, as we can see, John is part of this group. So let's go ahead and log as John. So I'm going to bring my Connect app. And as you can see, John's profile is already here. So I'm just going to go ahead and toggle the switch. So we need to type the username. So let me go ahead and type the username here and John's password and sign in. So we are connected. If I minimize this, we can see that John's connected to CloudConnexa. So let's go ahead and see if we have a secure internet access and if we are going through CloudConnexa and DigitalOcean. So I'm just going to do what is my IP on Google. And if I scroll down, we can see the IP address right now for my device is 64.23.128.65. So where does this IP come from? Let's go back to DigitalOcean and we can look at the ISEC connector and we can see the IP address. So this is the IP address that we saw on a Google page. So basically this is telling me that I have a secure internet access using CloudConnexa and DigitalOcean here. So this was a quick video on how to secure our internet access using CloudConnexa and DigitalOcean. We had a quick overview of Cyber Shield, and we also look at how to reconfigure user groups when it comes to giving internet access and how to route internet traffic.